Hey everyone, my name is Morgan and welcome to another Fortnite video. Today I'm going to be going over the patch notes for update 3.5. This was expected tomorrow but actually went live this morning. I was pleasantly surprised, but I've got two things to go over real quick before we get started. First, if you guys are on the Save the World side of the game and you're still seeing the firecracker llamas in the store, that is because the update went live this morning, but the event does not end until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. So once those are out, they will rotate in the new event stuff and then you'll be able to get them. And then second, yesterday I said I was going to be returning to streaming with update 3.5. That is still a go, and tomorrow I will be streaming the new survival mode with Sly Gumby, Lytana, and Checkers. So if you guys want to stop by and check out the stream, you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/splitmrg, or you guys can find that linked in the description below. I'd really appreciate it if you gave me a follow, came and supported the stream, talked with myself and the other content creators I'll be streaming with. But anyways, enough rambling here. Let's go ahead and get in today's video. First up, for Battle Royale, we have the new replay system. This is essentially a theater mode. You can go back, look at your games, get all kinds of cool camera angles, do some screenshots, record stuff. An awesome feature. I really can't wait to see all the creative stuff people do with this. They added the Porta Fort. This is epic rarity. It drops in stacks of 1 and can stack up to 5 in the inventory. When the Porta Fort is thrown, a pre-made fort is constructed instantly at the impact point. The Porta Fort is made out of metal and is 3 stories tall. The bottom floor is 1 by 1 with a door for entry, and tires inside allow for easy access to the roof. We got a nerf to the guided missile. They decreased the maximum turn rate by 75%, and they reduced the guided missile movement speed by 15%. So that got quite a drastic nerf. I haven't really had a chance to use it since the update went live due to me being at work, but I'll definitely try it out and see how it is now. They also did some changes to weapon equips. They said added a short equip time to many weapons, particularly those with a slower rate of fire. This will reduce the effectiveness of quickly switching between weapons for high burst damage, and they removed the reloading animation on the pump shotgun. The weapons affected by this change are the rocket launcher, the hand cannon, the revolver, the tactical shotgun, the pump shotgun, the heavy shotgun, the bolt action sniper, the hunting rifle, and the crossbow. They also made some slight changes to the vending machines, just adjusting the drop rates. Some stuff will be appearing more often, while others will be appearing less often. And the rest of that is really just bug fixes, and they announced the return of the 50v50 mode, which isn't live just yet. But that's really all there is for Battle Royale. Full patch notes will be linked in the description if you want to check out all of the minor bug fixes. But we're going to go ahead and jump over to Save the World. There's a ton of good stuff here as well, and I'm definitely excited. So let's go ahead and get started. So for gameplay, they enabled environmental damage for ranged weapons. The percentage of damage done to the environment varies by weapon. Environmental damage scaling for ranged weapons should remain consistent relative to the health of the environment, taking into account the rarity and alterations on the weapon. They also added a note here: environmental damages increase with tier and rarity only. It is not multiplied through offense. And ranged weapons cannot damage structures you or your team have built. Next, we're going to talk about the Outlander rework. They said they've reworked the Outlander fragment. Fragment abilities other than the Loot Llama no longer require equipped fragment ammo to activate. Fragment abilities now have a cooldown and energy cost as the other abilities do. Fragment abilities are now improved when the Outlander expends fragment ammo in their activation. And the fragment ammo capacity has been drastically increased. So that's definitely a pleasant surprise for the Outlanders. I was quite irritated with my abilities being limited to fragments, but they've removed that and instead made it to where if you have fragments, your abilities will be stronger. They reworked melee weapons and their damage to the environment. Melee weapons, aside from pickaxes, can no longer damage structures that you or your team have built and have had their environmental damage increased. Environmental damage scaling for on-level melee weapons should now feel more consistent relative to the health of the environment. They also added a note here: environmental damage increases with tier and rarity only and is not multiplied through offense. They said axes do increase damage against wood, hardware does increase damage against stone, swords, clubs, scythes, and spears do not favor any material type. They reworked anomalies with this update. Anomaly rewards increased. They changed from blue glow to mission rewards. And anomaly shards will take full damage from the pickaxe, reduce damage from other melee weapons, and can no longer be damaged by projectiles such as the throwing stars and rockets. The crafting queue size was increased from 10 to 20. The Cozy Campfire no longer grants any utility score for healing and instead grants more for placing the trap. Falling damage has been adjusted so that damage occurs at higher heights. Players now first take damage after falling 1,300 plus units instead of 850. The example they gave is you can now walk off of a 3-story building, but you can't jump off without taking damage. And then they went through some numbers here, just talking about how much more damage you'll take at each step. Vehicles that survivors stand on top of will no longer take damage from ranged or melee weapons, and only the pickaxe can damage them. This next one here is the one I am absolutely ecstatic about. They increased the wood, stone, and metal stack size and carry limits. The default building resource capacity has been increased from 999 to 2,000. Building resource capacity nodes have replaced the previously existing weapon skill nodes in the skill tree. These new nodes allow players to upgrade their resource carrying ability by 1,000 apiece to a maximum of 5,000 per type of material. They said your existing items will not automatically restack. You can condense your stacks of building materials by dropping and picking the items up or transferring them between the backpack and storage. They did some further economy tuning, increased hero and schematic quest XP for Stonewood up to mid-Plankerton. Players who have already completed these quests will be awarded the difference in their XP. They said challenge quests now have been extended to 20 stages. The Leave No One Behind challenge quest now awards survivor XP scaled based on the stage. Players who have already completed stages 1 through 10 of this questline will be awarded with the survivor XP. They talked briefly about some bug fixes here, and then they made some more changes to missions and systems. There's the new questline, Into the Storm opening act. It says, accompany Lars and Ray on their journey into Lars Past and the brand new questline, Into the Storm. This brings the brand new Survive the Storm map, Thunder Route 99. This makes the Into the Storm llama available in the Loot tab. This costs 1,000 tickets. The event llama guarantees at least one epic or higher neon weapon or cyberpunk hero, as you guys can see here on screen now. They said every 1,000 firecracker tickets will be converted into a spring llama, so if you guys have excess built up, those will be automatically converted into llamas. They said their quest rewards are a choice of legendary ranged neon weapons such as the pistol, shotgun, or the assault rifle. They talked about some changes to Survive the Storm. They've improved the rewards, added Spring It On Gold, scaled by difficulty and number of days completed. They improved the amount of hero, schematic, and survivor XP earned. Increases more with the difficulty and the number of days you've completed. They've increased the rarity of items such as survivors, schematics, and transform keys that drop from survival mode, especially at higher difficulties. And they reduced the number of low rarity items that drop. Mission alerts award between 300 and 1,500 tickets, scaled based on the survival length and difficulty. There's a quota you can meet. There's 3 3-day survivals per 24 hours, or 1 7-day survival per 24 hours. They've added side quests with new banner rewards. There's the Power 15 event themed banner plus 1,000 storm tickets, the Power 40 event themed banner plus 1,000 storm tickets, or the Power 70 event themed banner plus 1,000 storm tickets. They changed the survival mode vote to skip the day to majority vote from unanimous to keep consistent with all other voting. Mutant Storms are more active during this event and award between 100 to 240 storm tickets scaled based on difficulty, and they still have a quota of 10 per 24 hours. There is a repeatable quest to complete 2 Mutant Storm mission alerts that award 100 Spring It On Gold. There is opt-in difficulty boost and group missions that do not award tickets during this event still. The mini-boss mission alerts can no longer be selected if you have not unlocked the mission alert that is attached to. This will prevent low-level players from attempting mission alerts that are too difficult for them unless they are invited into a group by a higher-level friend. They've updated the Mimic rewards. Mimic will always award the equivalent to at least a level 3 blue treasure chest, and some Mimics will instead award the equivalent to a level 4 purple treasure chest. They made some adjustments to evacuate the shelter. In non-group missions, the number of enemies needed to be killed after reaching the shelter has been reduced to 10 per player in the zone instead of 35, and the final encounter in a non-group mission has been reduced to 6 minutes from 8. They also made some changes to repair the shelter. Seabot will no longer be attacked on arrival. Seabot will now arrive with a 5-minute counter. After 5 minutes, it will leave to recharge and then return later to a different location on the map. The Husk attack now begins when a player deploys the Seabot. Seabot is safe before then, and players have 5 minutes to start the scan and then defend the Seabot. The Husk attack difficulty has been reduced for the first 2 attacks, and the shelter will now automatically start diagnostic scans when the player reaches the shelter instead of having to interact with it. And then that's really all they've got for the changes to missions. We're going to talk about some of the heroes now. They have added cyberpunk heroes. There's Bulletstorm Jonesy. This is a new soldier subclass. The Bulletstorm uses high magazine weapons to build up attack speed and mow down enemies. There's Harvester Sarah, the new ninja subclass. The Harvester is a close-range scythe ninja who uses smoke bomb and shadow stance to survive on the battlefield. There's Heavy Base Kyle, a new constructor subclass. Heavy Base Constructor focused on taking down enemies within base to charge up a Great Energy Nova. And then there is Tedshot Jess. Tedshot deploys Teddy to provide cover fire while sniping foes from a distance. With these new heroes, they did list all of their perks, but I will be trying to acquire each and every one of them so I can actually see them in action. But if you guys are curious about what exactly their perks are instead of what they specialize in, I'll have the full patch notes linked in the description below. And then last, we're going to talk about the weapons they added. This is the Neon weapon set. For ranged weapons, we have the Argon Assault Rifle, the Helium Shotgun, and the Krypton Pistol. For melee weapons, we have the Argon Axe, the Krypton Sword, and the Neon Scythe. And then last for the weapons, they changed the Impulse Grenade. It doubled the knockback distance against enemies, and it no longer affects allies. And the Easter Egg Launcher eggs no longer detonate when a player is down, but are cleared when a player respawns or disconnects. And that's really all they got. There's a ton of stuff for Save the World. There's a bunch of bug fixes and stuff, but I just wanted to go over all the important stuff, the new heroes, the new weapons, changes to mission rewards, and all that type of stuff. The stuff you guys really do care about. But if you guys want to read every little tiny piece of information, they are linked down in the description below. But that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, a like is always appreciated, and if you happen to be new to Split Screen, consider subscribing for everything Fortnite and more. Once again, my name is Morgan, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.